All right, let's take a look at some examples. We're in example 2. And the first question, question A here is figure out the inverse sine of 1/2. So 1/2 is a sine value, and we're looking for the corresponding angle that will have this sine value. Let's go back to our circle, and we're going to be looking for an angle that has a whose terminal side crosses the unit circle at the point whose y-coordinate is 1/2. So where does it happen? Well, looking at the y-coordinates, it's right here, 1/2. So it seems like it's the angle of pi over 6. So pi over 6 is the angle that gives you the sine of 1/2. Okay, what about sine, inverse sine of negative root of 2 over 2? So again, we're going to our unit circle and look which angle will form a point on the unit circle with a y-coordinate of negative root of 2 over 2. So here we have positive y values. The negatives are going to be down here. So negative root of 2 over 2 is here, and this is a negative 45-degree angle, or negative pi over 4. So negative pi over 4. All right, so now we're looking for inverse cosine of negative root of 3 over 2. So again, now since it's an inverse cosine, then we're gonna look on this side of the circle, and that's an angle whose terminal side forms a point with where the x coordinate is negative root of 3 over 2. So looking at the x coordinates right here, we have negative root of 3 over 2, and it looks like it's an angle of 5 pi over 6. So 5 pi over 6. Okay, and finally we have inverse tangent of 1. And yeah, we don't have tangent values on the unit circle, but we know that tangent is sine divided by cosine, and because it's 1, it's the point where sine and cosine are exactly the same. And there is only one pair of values like that on this side of the circle, and that's square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. So, and that corresponds to the positive pi over 4 angle. Now, what are we going to do if we encounter values that are not our common values that we can find on the unit circle? Well, then we're going to use a calculator. Basically, you can feed your calculator any value between -1 and 1 for sine and cosine, and then any value for tangent and arctangent. Okay, so here's an example, example 3. And says evaluate the inverse sine of 0.97. So first of all, you have to decide which units you're going to use for your angle. Remember, this is a sine value that you're feeding, and your calculator is going to spit out an angle. So make sure you set it for the degrees or radians, whatever you're going for. In order to do that, you're gonna click on mode, and you're gonna select either degrees or radians. So in my case, we're gonna get degrees. Let's go for it. And your inverse sine function is right here. You're gonna press this button twice until you get a sign with a -1 above it, and put in the value. 0.97, enter, and I'm getting an angle of 75.93 degrees. So approximately 75.93 degrees. So that's how you use your calculator. Now for the inverse cosine, please pause here and try it yourself. See you in the next video.